Greetings everybody. Today we're talking about the words in the subconscious mind. So this is not a science kind of video. This is showing you biblically why words are so important. So it's not a cliche kind of, it's why words are so important. And I'm going to show you in this video here what happens to the words after we said it and why they shape our situations and how. Okay, and where does prayer feature into that? Okay, now let's look into the scripture. Psalms. I'll just read the parts that's bolded. So we just zoom into it. Let the words. That's why I say, let the words of my mouth. Words of my mouth. I repeat that. And then Ecclesiastes, words from the mouth. Okay, so it's all about the words. Words. It's not sentences of the mouth. Sentence is words, as you can see over there. So it's not saying let the phrase of the mouth, let the sentence from my mouth, let the paragraphs. So it's words. Okay, watch your words, not watch your sentence, watch your paragraph, watch your words. That's it. Okay, so it's all about the words. Why words? Now, you'll remember that your subconscious memory stores words. Okay, I'll say you'll remember. If you didn't know that, that's a fact. Your subconscious memory stores words. It don't store the whole line, the paragraph or phrase or whatever. It stores words, individual words. Okay? So, a typical example. When you're trying to remember something. Okay? Let's say you forgot something, trying to remember it now. The first thing that comes to mind is what? Is the whole phrase? No, it's a word. It will be cling, a certain word will come. I mean, let me give you an example. Trying to remember Martin Luther's line. Martin Luther's line is now you trying to remember. The first thing that's going to come is dream. Dream, just a word. And then everything else starts falling into place. And then you remember the whole line. So your subconscious mind store that word, that phrase in words. And then one word will come on and then you remember the whole line. I mean, here's another example. Try to remember why you're scared of boat cruises. First thing that comes to mind, Titanic is a word. So your subconscious will always have words stored in it based on what you say, what is said around you and you actually eventually say, because it's based on what you personally say, not what somebody else say, but what you say with your mouth. That's the one that goes into your subconscious as words. Okay, so yeah. So now somebody said, no, but you can remember lines and sentences now, but you don't remember the lines. The brain coordinates the words that you fed into it, into phrases and sentences and lines. And even based on what you're looking at, then whatever you're looking at, your surrounding, everything is coordinating the brain into phrases, sentences, attitudes, into different things. But what is stored in your memory is words, individual words. I hope you understand. So that's why even, they're saying that words is life, words are life. What you say with your mouth actually shapes your situation. I'm saying that slow. So you eat things, right? You marinate on it. Your words shape your situation. So in other words, your brain don't think for you, you think for it. Marinate on that again. Your brain don't think for you, you think for your brain. So that means whatever you're saying, you're feeding your brain. Your brain doesn't feed you and then you end up saying things just out of the blue. Your brain don't just create stuff. No. Your words feed your brain and they get stored. Everything gets stored in your brain and then it's a feedback. Whatever you're saying and you're doing and your circumstances is a feedback from your brain that you previously fed it. So those are the words and the feeding on your brain is in the form of words. Okay? I hope you understand this now. So your circumstances are shaped by your brain. That's why some people, when you're walking and somebody is watching you from behind, you start tripping or you start, you feel that. So your mind, I'm not talking telekinesis and stuff, all that science stuff. No, it's your mind shapes the environment. Now, how that happens, vibration or whatever the universe. Your universe will be shaped, will give you what it thinks you want. And how it knows that, it reads your mind. It reads your subconscious mind. So what you feed in your mind, that subconscious mind, it better be the words that are positive. Okay, that's where we're going. But I'll dive into that just now. All right, I want to say this law so you can really, really take this seriously and understand this thoroughly. All right. So let me say that again, once more. So your situation whatever situation you have, your job, your car, your kids, your family, whatever situation around you, even the physical, your physical environment, so is a situation, right? So whatever situation you have is based on what your mind has fed to your universe or your situation. Now I'm coming to the prayer part, okay? So don't think, oh, but what about prayer? No, we're going there because I know I preempt some of the questions. So whatever situation you have, you got around and everything, is based on what your mind fed you. So the universe is reacting actually to your what it thinks you want. So to what your mind is feeding to it. Right? I hope you all understand now. I don't want to dwell into this that long. I hope you, if you don't understand, there's always comments at the bottom. You can ask questions there. Okay. So now, positive minds. So that means you have to always positive. This is now in the physical realm. That's why I labeled that, because I'm coming to the spiritual realm where the prayers are. So the words that are positive, you feel all the positive things in your mind burn positive, then your surrounding will start shaping positive because it thinks, okay, that's what she wants, that's what he wants. Okay, so words is in words, not sentences, like words. Okay, you have to watch them words because they shape that environment. Now you must remember, the environment is living. Those trees and stuff, they are alive. They are alive. The fact that they cannot walk, it don't mean that they are not alive. Them trees and everything else, the situation. Let me say the situation. Your situation, in as much as it's in a different form, I don't know, or level or realm or whatever, it don't mean that it's not alive. Just because the fact that you are alive in a different form or shape or whatever, don't mean anything else that is alive in a different way is not alive. If you understand me. So everything around that was created is alive. It conforms to instruction. It changes form. It changes based on what you're feeding, based on what it's supposed to serve you as. Okay, I hope you understand it. So you have to always understand that. Even them scientists and stuff, because they know your words. Now they get coordinated because now everything you're looking at, everything you're walking on, the situation, your experiences, everything is coordinated in the back of your brain. Now that includes everything else that you see. You know, if you see that, I won't even say the labels of those brain, but okay, maybe the easy one. Now the brainstem, if you see that brain, the other part where the signals is communicated. So everything that comes from your brain to communicate what your body is going to be doing and everything else, it goes through that brainstem. Not even one signal, one electrical signal bypass that brainstem. Everything goes through that brainstem. All right, so the brain stem, and then the cerebellum, the other part at the back of the brain, which is the second, your words are coordinated. It's big at coordinating stuff. Okay, so all that communication is right at the back. That's the point I'm trying to make it. All that communication it happens right at the back there. The coordination, what the form, and then you end up doing something because there was a feedback, 1,000 other million feedbacks, electrical coming into, and they all consolidate into that back. That's why even them scientists, when they try to control your mind and they hijack the whole system through that back there, because that's the only place that whole coordination happens. So if your words were negative or whatever shape or form of your words, they will all be sitting in the back there as individual words, and then that cerebellum is that brainstem is gonna be coordinating everything else, other signals coming on, and then a sentence is eventually formed. I'm putting it now in simple form. A sentence is eventually formed and then stored as a sentence somewhere else in the brain. But all that manufacturing happens first in that back part over there. Now, that's why the matrix and all that other, they just hijack the whole subconscious part. But they cannot control the words you're feeding because they're based on your mouth. All right. So that's why even the scientists, even to this day, they're still struggling to understand due to how they can control the subconscious mind. Nobody can, because it's based on your mouth, your words, because your words change every day, don't they? They change every day. So one time you'll say this one, and then the subconscious is going to change every day. So even if they can hijack that subconscious, but for as long as you're saying certain words with your mouth, then they're going to be stored differently in the subconscious, and then they will I don't want to use words like vibrate. I don't want to be sciencey. Okay, so it's hard to shape the subconscious because it's based on your words. This video here today is words. Okay, importance of words. So you want to watch. Now I'm going to show you even in this other movie. I think a lot of y'all have seen this movie. It's called They Live, I think. So this one is words. Everywhere you see, they put different words. Obey, consume, this, stay, sleep, and it's different words because they know if you end up saying, if you look at the words, okay, you're just looking at the word. But if you say that word, that's where they program your subconscious. Because that word is going to stay in your subconscious. And then everything else that is in the universe around you will start reading that subconscious and say, oh, okay, she wants to consume, she wants to obey. Okay, let's make her hungry all the time then, because you want to be consuming all the time or whatever, you know. So it's more, okay, somebody's going to say, but hunger doesn't come from the universe. No, when you have abundance, then you start consuming. So the universe is going to start providing you with abundance. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. So everything that happens around you is based on your subconscious. It's reading from your subconscious. And your subconscious is based on your words in your mouth. Now, the scientists never control what you say on your mouth. Even though they try to hijack your subconscious, like I showed you in the other slide there, even though they try to hijack the whole subconscious, the words are still tripping. Okay, sometimes now they've started making people robots, so they are pre-programmed. Whatever they say and everything is just pre-programmed. Maybe that's safe for them, but that's the point. I'm trying. Now let's come to the praying, because somebody's going to say, but where does the prayer? Because whatever I want is through prayer. I get it because I prayed for it. Yes, but now remember, praying is talking in spirit. You're speaking in spirit. Now we talk this whole thing about words and is physical. Okay. So when you're praying, you're not talking to the physical realm. You're talking to the spiritual realm. You need to understand this part. It's totally different. Okay, I'm telling you secrets of heaven. So this is totally different because once you say words, they become physical. But you are praying okay, let's say you're just talking. You're just talking. What's the difference between when you're just talking and when you're praying? Praying is coming from your spirit. Is talking in spirit. You have a different feeling. You can even feel your spirit now connecting to the spiritual realm when you pray. It's totally, even a feeling I'm talking about now. When you're sitting, you're saying, okay, from now on I'm praying, or from now on I'm just talking. You feel a difference. You feel a total difference because when you pray, you are activating. You press an activate button into your spirit to say connect, boom, connect to the spiritual realm. Now that's you. When I say you, I mean your soul, your spirit, your true self, not your physical form, your true self. That was eventually painted with mud, and then you have a flesh. So your true form is the one that's talking, you feel it. So praying is talking spirit. Now our Father listens and considers the spirit. Now I'll say this again. Our Father who is in spirit hears and speaks, and understands and hears and considers things that are in the spirit. The physical stuff, you can, all the praying and talking in spirit, and some people be running around with candles. All that physical thing is not talking, is not a way to talk to the Father, bringing all kind of gestures, cross, and just talking in spirit to spirit. All right, so you understand that now. What this video here is not talking about the spirit. I've got a separate video where I'm saying you have to live in spirit. You have to make sure your spirit is connected, well connected to that. You must know how to be at par with the spiritual realm. I've got a different video about that. This one is about the physical part. Okay, so you do not discount prayer when you come, but you must know that there's two forms of communication: the spirit one, which is the prayer. Okay, spirit to spirit communication, and then the physical one, which is which shapes your situation, because you can pray until you're blue in the face. If your situation is not ready, you will not get your prayer answered at that moment. It will take long for you to manifest things because your situation is just not prepared, and your situation is shaped by your words. I hope you understand this connection now, because you can like you cannot pray for something you're not ready for. Let me know. Everything, your situation is one thing leads to another in your situation. So you don't jump the gun. Okay, you're still working on something, and then some parts of your life are ready. Then when you pray for something your situation, your life, or everything around you is ready for, then you will be, you will conquer. You will have that. You will have that whatever you're praying for. Because our Father hears your prayer. Because, when you pray, you're talking in spirit. He don't hear your prayer because of the words, the physical words you're saying. No, he hears the spirit-to-spirit connection. All right. So that's why he knows exactly what you're going to say before you say it. He knows exactly. Because he can connect to your spirit, man. He knows. But you still got to say it so your situation, your environment can be shaped and conformed and get you ready to receive it. Because you will not receive something you're not ready for. Just imagine you're praying for peace, but you're always just yelling negative words all the time. How does that work? Because you are not ready for peace. How are you going? Because you have peace. Our Father is going to give you peace. You pray for peace. Let's say he disregards the environment and then gives you peace. 1 second, 1 minute, let's say just one day. That peace is going to last one day because you're going to be yelling again, negativity. Tell me if there's going to be peace thereafter. So you're not ready. Your environment, your words shape your environment. Let me make another example. I mean, you're praying for a car, but you cannot drive. But you cannot drive and you don't have a job to pay for the car note. So how are you going to pay for the car note? And, you need to be at a situation where you are ready. I'm making examples now of being ready and not being ready. Because you are ready when your situation or environment is ready, is just idling. Give us the word, give us a green light. That's it. And you're already, everything is lined up for you. Your words. That's where it starts. Your words must go into your subconscious. Your subconscious is read by your environment. Okay? That's how the witches and witchcraft be trying to tap into all the subconscious, be levitating and all. No, you do it the proper way. You do the right things. All right? So it's all about the mind. Let me give you examples now of how we want to make sure our words shape the whatever. Let's say, for example, you're driving to work. Every day you're just tired of all this traffic. So you just say, I wish there are no accidents today. Versus, I wish the road is clear today. See, those look really thin, but think about it. All the brain, all the subconscious hears is accidents. That's it. Let's say you say, I wish there are no accidents today. All the brain is hearing is accidents. And this stores that word, accidents. And then a different part of the brain will store I, and then another one, wish, but the brain will eventually have that accidents, that negative word in there. It's stored. It's there. You said it. It's stored. Now you don't understand now when you are stuck in traffic again and you called for accidents. You called for it. The brain stores words, not phrases, words. Okay? So it won't store it as, oh, he said no accidents. No. It won't process what you're saying. It just stores it as it is. Like a computer. Like a computer, you press on your keyboard. You press the word is not. The computer will put it in memory. The word is not. It will put it in memory. It won't say no, but he means that. So let me put it in a positive light. No. It will store it as you fed it. So the same thing as your subconscious. It will store accidents. It will store those words as they are. Accidents. So you need to make sure. Now, a good example of how you would have phrased this is, I wish the road is clear today. Now, your subconscious is going to store a good word that is saying clear. Clear is clear. It's a positive word. Okay? So instead of saying, I wish there was no accident, you just say, I wish the road was clear today. All right? You do understand? Because you're trying to feed your subconscious with positivity, because that's what you're going to get from your situation, from your universe, from around, from everywhere. Because that's physical creation that is alive. Yes, it's fallen because the devil is trying to make all the nasty stuff, but the fact is still conforms to serve us, inhabitants of the earth. So how it serves us is it reads your subconscious. That's just how it's programmed. It reads your subconscious and starts vibrating based on how your subconscious is feeding it. I don't know if you understand this. So here, another example. Careful, don't fall. This looks so innocent. You say it, but all your brain is hearing is the word fall. Instead of saying, careful, keep straight. Then your brain says, oh, straight. Okay, that's it. It's keeping the words that you feed in it. Okay? So you just understand that. So it's not like people people have got bad luck and people. No, it's based on what you feed in the universe. That's all. I could never overemphasize this. Here's another example. My neck hurts or my neck needs fixing. Hurts. Your subconscious already got that mind. Oh, okay, this hurts. And then one time you're gonna be that boy, that dude who always got issues, who always. Have you ever wondered? Somebody will be always having problem after problem, always this and it's because they keep saying them, and then the environment thinks, okay, you like this, then I'll keep giving you all those problems. You understand? So you have to always understand how the universe works, and that's the physical now. Don't be talking about, no, I'm going to pray it off. No, you don't pray it off, because if you pray, remember now how prayer is your spiritual, talking to the spiritual. And the spiritual will always respond. Our Father is there in spirit, will always give you, but he won't give you physical. You won't drop down a car or no. He will give you something in spiritual, but it has to first manifest on earth. In a form of you get a promotion and then you eventually buy the car you wanted, or so things will line up on earth in the physical realm. But now if you always discount that lining up through feeding all your subconscious with the negativity, then it will take long for the physical to line up, because you keep canceling with all the negative words in your subconscious. I hope you understand what I'm trying to tell you here. Okay. So even there's some bestseller secret. I think some of you I read that book as well. So this book is leveraging on the power of association. Now it was a bestseller for years. So it's really good in that it leverages really on when you associate with positivity, then you get positivity from the universe. So it's at least that whoever wrote that book, it's just that I can read it. Whoever wrote that book, he or she understood that the environment is alive. It responds to what you feed it. At least that part he got it right. But then the association is a little shallow. I don't want to say shallow. I mean, it's a smart, intelligent writing and stuff, but I'm saying it left out the words. How does that association there? How do we control? Because now the fact of the matter is the inhabitants of the earth, the people on earth, control how the earth gives them or shapes or happens. I don't know if I'm clear. So it's not the other way around. Like you have to go and desperately stand in some little corner and then hopefully something will happen. No. It's the other way around. So you feed your brain, and then the environment will start associating with you, not you going to associate with some little corner. I don't know if you know. So this book is at least he saw the association power, but what I see missing in there is the fact that you can control that association to work for you. Not you going to desperately try to conform to it, eventually will vibrate because you're standing there or you're associating with big guns. No, you can associate with those big guns for as much as you want, but if you feed words that are negative in your mind, guess what? All that is going to be negativity. Those big guns are going to end up using you and, thinking you're a big old loser stuff. Things won't vibrate the way you want. And then you end up, not being what you intended to be, right? So that book is on an assumption that when you associate with positive environment, positive people, positive things, then what will transpire out of that is positive words that will eventually feed it. You don't say it like that, but I'm saying that's an assumption of its success. Because the only way to succeed when you're associating with positivity is when the words that are fed in your subconscious, which is what drives the environment that you're associating with in the first place, the words gotta be positive. So the assumption is successful people will say successful stuff. Hey, I made $1 million this time. I made this. Then you end up, being I made this in your mind because you're saying this stuff. You are. So that's the assumption, right? So you have to understand the words. I hope you understand this. If you got questions, ask, okay?